Alright, what's going on, everybody? It's Matt Abong with That's Fight Media coming at you guys with another video. You guys already know what time it is. It's time to bring on that boxing. Today we're going to be talking about Gervonta Davis. He said that, he'd be able to stop Terence Crawford in 5 to 6 rounds. He talked about, his potential future in the sport of boxing. Obviously a big name at 135 pounds. Plans on fighting Hector Luis Garcia early January 7th to be exact. And after that, the Ryan Garcia fight is expected. Sorry, there's a lot of noise outside. The Ryan Garcia fight's expected to take place April. I think they're thinking mid-April, like the 15th or 17th, something like that. Can't remember the date off the top of my head. But something like that in Vegas. But he said that he'd be able to, sleep Terence Crawford 5 to 6 rounds. I know Gervonta's a big power puncher, but to say that you're able to, stop the pound-for-pound number 1 or number 2, whoever you have, Terence Crawford, be able to stop a guy like him 5 to 6 rounds, say it so confidently, and not even really dip your feet in at the 140-pound division and talk about a guy who's at the 147-pound division. It takes a supreme level of confidence to kind of, call out a guy like that and make a statement that you'll stop him. But at the same time, Gervonta's so talented that if that fight did happen, I wouldn't be too surprised if Gervonta got it done, to be honest with you. Everybody's saying, you're crazy. You think that Tank has a chance against Terence Crawford? I absolutely think he has a chance against Terence Crawford for multiple reasons. Gervonta, he has a great team around him. He has guys that push him. If you've ever seen Gervonta training, you've ever seen the All Access, fight camp, any series that has shown, how his training camp dynamic functions, that he's surrounded by guys that motivate him, that constantly, keep him grounded and make sure that he's, maximizing his potential and reaching that full potential in training camp, which is, I think, something that a lot of fighters don't have. That's a big reason why I'm confident in Gervonta against anybody, even a Terence Crawford. It's not easy, obviously. It would be a very, uphill battle to take on a guy like Terence, who's, already comfortable at 147 pounds, actually ready to go up to 154 and to try and go fight Jermell Charlo. Another tough fighter that would, give a lot of guys a lot of problems. These guys are pound for pound fighters, top in the world, best in the world. So for Gervonta to, kind of challenge himself, he knows that people think that he wouldn't be able to beat Terence. I think that's what excites him, that gets him, riled up and gets him juiced up to, work harder and prove everybody wrong. It's something that, I think that he can definitely do. He hits so hard, he hits like a truck. So how do you kind of counter that if you're Terence Crawford? Southpaw versus southpaw. It'd be interesting to see what Terence does in terms of how he switches. If they're more toe to toe, then it's going to be an interesting fight. It's like an orthodox fighting orthodox, but at the same time, when you're a southpaw, you get so accustomed to fighting orthodox fighters. Granted that it's much more common, but does it change the way you affect? Does it affect the way that you fight a southpaw? Being a southpaw yourself, that's something that I'm curious about. Obviously, if if Terence decides to switch to orthodox for the most of the fight, which he's done and sometimes had success, but there have been he switches well, but there have been times where he hasn't looked that good when he switches. That could be trouble for him if he does stay orthodox and Tank is obviously southpaw. I think that I'm gonna wait for this noise to pass because it's going to drive me crazy. So if Terence does fight orthodox and then Gervonta Davis stays southpaw, they're going to have to fight for that lead foot position. And, if Tank lands that uppercut or that left hand in general or counters Terence, I think he could definitely, sleep him. I'm not disrespecting Terence Crawford. I think that a lot of people would favor him in that fight, rightfully so. But a guy like Gervonta, I keep saying it, guys, he has that Deontay Wilder effect, and he has the ability to box, so, that's even better. I see the first rounds being very competitive, but at the, towards the end, I think, I might sound crazy, but I think Gervonta catches him. I like Terence. I'm a big Terence Crawford fan. Everyone calls me a Terence Crawford hater. I'm not a Terence Crawford hater. I'm just thinking about even if Terence bags rounds, consecutively up to the 4th and 5th round, when Gervonta gets in that mode and knows that his back is up against the wall and he has to, pull the rabbit out of the hat with that big shot, it's coming. So I'd probably back Tank, not gonna lie. I think Tank could definitely win that fight. But let me know in the comments who you guys would have, Gervonta Davis or Terence Bud Crawford. Does Gervonta have the ability to knock out Terence Crawford? If they ever did fight at 147 pounds, I believe so. Let me know in the comments what you think. But yeah, thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace. That's going to do it for another NASFight Media video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy, Matt Nabong, with another video. Hope you guys enjoyed it all. Thank you guys for the constant support. Salute to y'all always. It's been your boy.